Smarter energy, who cares? I loved this title. When David and Brian approached me about talking about this, I jumped on the opportunity. As a retail supplier serving 240,000 customers in the Mid-Atlantic region, we deal with this question every single day. We serve everyone from the low price seeker to the total energy solution seeker, across residences, commercial businesses, governments, etc. So this is something that's very near and dear to our heart. And so the talk I'm going to give today is going to be from the consumer's perspective, but also talk a little bit about the supplier's perspective and how we're setting customers up today for some of these technologies that'll hit us over the next few years and maybe the next few decades. So to me, this is where it starts. The customer has a dilemma, right? As you heard George and Dr. Reed talk, the business is changing. Technology is moving so fast, consumers can't keep up. There are so many different players in the marketplace. There's brokers, there's consultants, there's energy efficiency providers, there's distributed generation providers, there's energy suppliers. There's so many people, the market's so fragmented, oftentimes consumers don't even know where to start. We talk to consumers every day trying to get them to start and to think smarter about their energy. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of inertia in the market right now with the low price seeker. Even though we're 15, 20 years into deregulated markets on the commercial energy side, there's still a lot of folks out there that just say, give me a cheap price. And we're trying to move them away from that model and think more intelligently about their energy purchase. And so we at WGL Energy have come up with a concept called distributed impact. And I have a very brief video that I'd like to show, because why repeat something when I can show in a 3-minute video? And it'll tell a little bit more about distributed impact and how we can think a little smarter about our energy purchases. So it took me all night last night to put that together.
Nice job.
I figure why repeat it when our marketing team, Maria and our team, have done a great job explaining distributed impact. Now, obviously, that's not going to apply to every consumer out there, every business out there, but my guess is every business and every consumer can pick at least one thing from that video that would apply to them. And in particular, I really like this chart. And so when we talk to consumers and they're often wondering, where do I start? We say, well, start at the beginning. Think in hours and days. And when you think in hours and days, you tend to think about the weather, right? As temperature varies, obviously load varies, and your energy spend is going to vary. As you think out months and years, you start thinking about seasons and load demands. Is my manufacturer facility going to run, or do I have commercial tenants moving in and out of the buildings? Then you start thinking about things like, all right, do I need distributed generation on site? Do I need energy efficiency? Then you start thinking 1 or 2 years out. What's the economy going to be a couple years from now? Is it going to be up, down? Will my business be up? Will my business be down? Then you can start thinking longer term about how you bake that into your energy strategy. Regulations are constantly changing, greenhouse gas emissions. What's this administration going to do? What's the next administration going to do? Then you can start thinking microgrids. I can take control of my energy spend because I'm thinking 5 to 10 years out. So when we talk to consumers and we try to get them to be interested in smarter energy, who cares? We try to have this dialogue. Take baby steps, walk before you run. Eventually we'll all be running and we'll be on the smarter technology microgrids, but there is a tomorrow. We'll all come to work, we'll have to pick up the phone, and we'll have to answer customers' questions that are now in the environment we live in. So my big idea and my takeaway is I am a Beatles fan, and in particular a John Lennon fan. And he has this quote I like, that life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. And I changed that a bit to say, well, energy spends what happens when you're busy running your business. So why not care about smarter energy? Because you're going to spend the money, why not do it smartly? Thank you.